giving my official predictions for Night of Champions 2025. Now, I've just watched Raw, okay, so I think I know all the matches on there. I also checked Wikipedia because it's so reliable. So obviously I've not seen Smackdown, recording this on Monday night. Not sure when I'll get the video out. But there are also 3 championship matches happening on Smackdown, so I'll give my quick predictions on them, just because I'm a nice person. So the Wyatt 6 versus the Street Profits, because they beat the Motor City Machine Guns, they deserve a tag team title match. It makes no sense, but I'm not here to make sense. But I can see the Street Profits retaining here. I don't think the Wyatt 6 really need it, so I don't understand why they would. Yeah, I understand obviously they're dominant, they're scary, big force, all this other stuff, but they don't need it. So to me, I don't see why they should win it, and if they do, I'll be more interested to find out why. But I think somebody else deserves it more than the Wyatt 6. Moving on, Julia versus Zelina Vega. I hope Julia wins, so I'm going to go for Julia because I think she's going to bring a lot more interest to the US title, more than Zelina Vega has. Not that it was bad, but I think Zelina worked out better when she wasn't the US champion. Now, if you gave Zelina a microphone, great, but where's this feud even come from? A few backstage stares and a beat down once off Julia. But it is what it is. And then the last one, you've got Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. Probably with another fake cash in from Naomi. Tiffany's going to win this one. I can see you having Tiffany Stratton win this to go on to SummerSlam as a WWE Women's Champion, which I think we might get onto later. But nice, plain, simple, no messing about, right? And oh yeah, this is Night of Champions 2025, and Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton are actually having another match. I don't know if the timeline's weird. But so I don't know the order of these matches, but I'll talk first about the matches where I'm not 100% sure if they're happening or not. So the first match is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, Sami said on Raw that he spoke to Adam Pearce, and the match is official, but he didn't say for when though. So, if it's Night of Champions, I can see Sami Zayn winning this one, okay, because of a similar situation with Kross and AJ Styles, obviously where he put his hands behind his back, let him hit the phenomenal forearm. So maybe Karrion Kross goes into the corner, smiles at Sami, knows he's going to get a Helluva Kick, right? Or maybe like an extra one that's not needed, trying to turn Sami. But I can see Sami Zayn basically winning this one because of that reason. So I'll try and keep these videos short and sweet. Next one, apparently, is a street fight between Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley. Now, with Liv Morgan being out, I can see Roxanne Perez getting involved in this one, kind of like she did at Raw, which is the one I've just watched. So I can see Raquel Rodriguez winning this one because of the help of Roxanne Perez, which leads to Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, that's hard for me to say, okay, as the Women's Tag Team Champions, because apparently you can just be given titles these days if it's part of tag team. I don't know. But they're the 2 matches which I weren't too sure on, but I think one of them must have replaced the Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles because Dominic strained his moustache or something. Nah, he's injured. Don't know what the injury is though. So obviously he can't face AJ Styles, and obviously he can't defend his Intercontinental Championship. But speaking of mid-card titles, we have Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. Now I can see Jacob Fatu winning this, but by DQ. I can see Solo Sikoa somehow getting somebody else involved. Maybe it's JC Mateo, maybe it's Hikuleo if that's his name, maybe one of the Tongans return, somebody, and then obviously going for like a beatdown on Jacob Fatu, which leads into a bigger match for SummerSlam. But I can see Jacob Fatu winning this via disqualification. I don't see it being like a squash match. I can just see maybe Solo trying to bring Jacob back, obviously, when he's losing, and obviously Jacob there basically beating him down. And you might hear the famous, well, you know, is it famous? Yeah. Well, the line, obviously, I hate you, Solo, again. The last 3 matches, I believe, are the Queen of the Ring finals between Jade Cargill and Asuka. Was it Asuka? I'll have to ask her. So, if Asuka wins, she will go after Io Sky. Obviously, there's a history there between them two. If Jade Cargill wins, I can see her going after Tiffany Stratton. But you've also got the Money in the Bank contract there. So, do we go Asuka versus Io Sky? Or do we go Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton? with Jade Cargill winning that and then Naomi cashing it in and obviously Bianca Belair returning. It's a bit of a toss-up, but I think I'm going to have to go for Asuka, because obviously she's been off for 13 months now. It's going to be a great feud between them two, a great match at SummerSlam, and I do think we can get to Jade Cargill a different way. Maybe something like the Royal Rumble, because Asuka's already won that one. So I think we're going to go for Asuka to win and to face Io Sky at SummerSlam. Then we've got Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, a match people have wanted to see for a while. Now, do we want to see Randy Orton versus John Cena again? Or maybe even CM Punk if CM Punk wins. We could have Randy Orton versus CM Punk. We could have Cody versus Cena, or Cody versus Punk. But initially, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have Cody Rhodes win this one, because being champion for a year and pinning the champion doesn't give you a title match. You have to go for a King of the Ring. So Randy Orton comes close again. Maybe potentially a heel turn in the works there. Get so close and obviously so far away. I think I'm going to have to give this one to Cody Rhodes, which leads to the last match of CM Punk versus John Cena. Now I've been thinking, right, if CM Punk wins this, do we get a heel CM Punk? Because he did say that the title basically turned him into was a monster. I mean, I might be quoting that wrong. So if that happens, but then does Seth Rollins cash in because he does want CM Punk as a champion? But then does Roman Reigns return? Because I'm assuming they're going to want to have Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And obviously you can't just return at SummerSlam. You need to have some kind of match or a build-up. So potentially we could get CM Punk as the champion, Seth Rollins cashing in and then winning the title. So we've got Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam. Or you could have CM Punk winning and obviously Seth Rollins going to cash in. So basically you've got Roman versus Seth still on, because obviously Seth's now lost his briefcase, so obviously that's that, which means you'd have Cody versus CM Punk at SummerSlam, obviously, if I'm correct. Now if Cena wins, and a similar situation, you've obviously got Cody versus Cena at SummerSlam, which we've already seen at WrestleMania, and Cody's already had a match against him at Bad Blood, was it? No, Money in the Bank, sorry. So Cody's already had another match against him at Money in the Bank. It was a tag team match, you know, with Logan Paul and Jey Uso, but still. So basically what I'm saying is there is a lot going on here. But I'm going to go for a bold prediction. Usually I'm completely wrong with these, but I want to be different. So obviously if someone goes, oh, it's a stupid guess, go for it. I'm going to say we're going to get CM Punk winning the title, going on to SummerSlam to face Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins going to cash in on CM Punk, obviously on Night of Champions, Roman Reigns returning, basically stopping that. So you've got Roman and Seth at SummerSlam. I'm now predicting SummerSlam for some reason. But where does that leave Cena? But it's the same situation. Even if Cena wins, I don't know what his next feud's going to be. Do we have another major feud from the past? Does Cope return? Edge? Does he return? But I do genuinely think that Cena's going to win. But because I want to just be different, I'm going to say CM Punk wins, Seth Rollins tries to cash in, Roman Reigns returns, and that's what I'm going for. It's stupid, I know. Cena is going to win, but I want to just say something different. I'm not saying both of them, I'm saying CM Punk's going to win. Why not? Anyway, those are my predictions. 9 matches basically, just 3 from Smackdown, 6 from Night of Champions. If anything changes, I might write it in the comments, but you let me know what your predictions are, what you think. Tell me how wrong I am. If you want the videos to be a bit shorter or longer, let me know. Some feedback would be great. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.